Welcome to episode 6 of Thailand Truth Talks. Thailand's expat crisis, from paradise to deportation machine. These fluorescent lit hallways tell a story that most people will never hear. Behind these walls, Thailand's expat dream is dying a systematic death. I'm standing beside the Department of Immigration, where thousands of foreign residents have watched their lives collapse in real time. But to understand how we got here, we need to go back 72 hours, to the moment where paradise became hell. Every marble block in this building whispers that change is here. The other government offices around the immigration office traces the outlines of a silent purge. Cannabis dreams crushed, bank accounts gated, visas weaponized. The pieces fit too neatly to dismiss as coincidence. Official statistics show British nationals in Thailand dropped from 60,000 in 2011 to 41,000 by 2024. Social media overflows with expats complaining about taxes, banks, and bureaucracy as they pack up for neighboring countries. Digital nomads who once filled co-working cafes are vanishing, eyeing Mexico or Bali, where rules are simpler. Meanwhile, the government launched the long-term resident visa for millionaire retirees, promising 10-year residency for wealthy investors, while middle-class expats face systematic exclusion. It's 7 a.m. and I'm boarding the train from Bangsu to Laxi station. The humid Bangkok morning air carries something different today. Not just the usual urban mix of street food and exhaust, but an underlying tension that every expat in Thailand can feel. My phone is buzzing with panic messages. And I know that by the time I reach the immigration office, I'll have documented one of the most systematic persecutions of foreign residents in modern history. Let me tell you about June 26th of 2025. The day Thailand executed what I'm calling Operation Expat Exodus. I woke up to 347 unread messages. Not the usual visa questions or subscriber updates, but digital screams from expats whose lives were literally disintegrating in real time. They froze my account with 800,000 baht for my visa renewal. Police raided our cannabis shop at 6 a.m. Everything's gone. Immigration arrested my neighbor. He's been here legally for 8 years. The timeline reads like a coordinated military operation. At exactly 6 a.m., Thai authorities began simultaneous raids on cannabis dispensaries nationwide. Within 12 hours, over 2,100 shops in Bangkok alone received closure notices. This wasn't random enforcement. This was surgical precision designed to destroy an entire industry overnight. Siripon, a 34-year-old former nurse, watched police dismantle her 3 cannabis shops in Thonglor. They came like we were drug dealers, she told me. 15 officers, cameras, paperwork in Thai I couldn't read. They took everything. The plants, the cash register, even the furniture we bought. 8 million baht investment gone in 20 minutes. Thailand's cannabis industry was disseminated overnight, with nearly 9,000 shops deemed forced to close, destroying thousands of livelihoods and billions in investment. But this was just day one. As I walk around Laxi station, I'd pass Bangkok bank branches, where the second wave of Thailand's expat purge unfolded. June 27th brought the banking freeze, a coordinated assault on foreign accounts that left thousands of expats locked out of their own money. Bangkok Bank, Thailand's largest financial institution, implemented new security protocols affecting over 8,500 foreign accounts. The official line was fighting money laundering, but the timing was too precise to be coincidental. Russians were hit hardest, but British, American, and German expats also found their financial lifelines severed. Sarah Mitchell, a British retiree living in Koh Samui, described the nightmare. I've banked with Bangkok Bank for 12 years. Same account, same visa, same monthly pension transfers. Never any problems. Then suddenly, I tried to withdraw money for rent, and the ATM said, "Contact bank." They told me my account was under review due to new foreign account regulations. No specific violation, no timeline for resolution, no access to my money. The circular trap was ingenious in its cruelty. Banks require long-term visas for account access, but visa renewals require bank statements proving financial stability. Expats were caught in an impossible bureaucratic loop designed to force their departure. Stepping off the train at Laxi Station, I can feel the weight of the documents in my backpack. Every piece of paper represents a potential trap. A rule that might have changed overnight. A requirement that could invalidate years of legal residence. The destination Thailand visa was supposed to be different. Launched in 2024 as a digital nomad paradise pass, it promised 5-year renewable visas for remote workers. The marketing was seductive. Work from tropical beaches, enjoy low living costs, experience Thai culture. But the reality became a sophisticated scam operation. James Morrison, a web developer from Manchester, discovered this the hard way. The embassy website said I needed certain documents, so I submitted everything: bank statements, work contracts, accommodation proof, the $370 fee. Then they said my documents weren't sufficient and demanded more. What happened next reveals the cruel efficiency of the DTV trap. Moving goalposts, impossible residence requirements, fake agents collecting processing fees, and embassy silence when things went wrong. James eventually discovered his approved DTV was fake, created by scammers who'd infiltrated official-looking Facebook groups. The statistics are staggering. From 2020 to 2025, Thailand's expat population crashed from 2.1 million to just 1.4 million, a loss of 700,000 foreign residents. Western expats have been hit hardest, declining from 450,000 to 240,000, a catastrophic 47% reduction. Maria Santos, a 67-year-old retired teacher from California, represents thousands caught in Thailand's perfect storm. She'd lived in Hua Hin for 7 years, but 2025 hit her with simultaneous disasters. Cannabis investment gone, Bangkok bank account frozen, landlord demanding 6 months rent upfront, health insurance cancelled. I did everything right, she told me from her cramped studio apartment, boxes packed for departure. I followed the rules, paid my taxes, contributed to the community. But the rules changed overnight, and suddenly I'm treated like a criminal. Entire neighborhoods in Pattaya, Hua Hin, and Phuket now sit empty. The retiree community, once 180,000 strong, has shrunk to just 110,000. For rent signs in multiple languages gather dust on buildings that once housed thriving expat communities. As I walk these final blocks to Chaeng Watthana, I'm retracing the steps of over 13,537 foreign nationals arrested in just the first 6 months of 2025. The enforcement statistics reveal the industrial scale of Thailand's deportation machine. 4,437 foreigners arrested for working without permits. 3,204 overstay violations processed. 38.2 million baht in penalties collected. 847 teachers arrested for illegal teaching. But these numbers hide the human tragedy. Mark Williams, a certified English teacher with 15 years of Thailand experience, described the new reality. Every foreign teacher in Thailand is now a target. Work permit, proper visa, tax compliance, none of it matters. They're reinterpreting regulations to criminalize teachers who'd been working legally for years. The cruelty lies in retroactive application of new rules. Teachers who entered on tourist visas and obtained work permits, a standard practice encouraged by schools for over a decade, are now being arrested for their initial entry method. Inside these walls, Thailand has developed sophisticated surveillance systems that monitor foreign residents with unprecedented precision. The electronic travel authorization system creates comprehensive profiles of every foreign visitor, tracking movements, spending patterns, accommodation history, and social connections. The system flags potential undesirable long-term visitors before they even board planes to Thailand. Once here, foreign residents are monitored through interconnected databases tracking banking transactions, visa applications, property records, employment activities, healthcare usage, and even social media behavior. The digital surveillance network enables authorities to identify and target foreign residents for any reason, at any time, with complete information about their vulnerabilities and dependencies. As traditional safe havens disappeared, desperate expats turned to property investment, walking directly into Thailand's most sophisticated fraud networks. The property scam industry has evolved into a military precision operation that has stolen an estimated 4.2 billion baht from foreign property investors in 2025 alone. David Chappelle's 15 million baht loss on Koh Samui exemplifies the sophisticated four-phase operation. Professional setup with legitimate-looking companies, substantial deposits for properties victims can't legally own, complete disappearance of sellers after payment, and legal dead ends that provide no recourse. Zoe Yu lost 10 million baht on a Chiang Mai villa purchase, introduced by a Chinese celebrity and guided by fake lawyers. Only after paying did she discover that foreigners cannot legally own land or houses in Thailand. A basic legal fact, deliberately concealed by the scam network. Thailand's anti-foreigner campaign represents economic suicide disguised as nationalist policy. Thailand's anti-foreigner campaign represents economic suicide disguised as nationalist policy. The country has systematically destroyed industries worth billions of baht to achieve the political goal of reducing foreign influence. The economic impact is measurable. Tourism revenue down 13.9% in May of 2025. Foreign property investment down 67% from 2024. English education sector contracted by 45%. Cannabis industry eliminated. 45 billion baht destroyed. Service sector jobs lost. 340,000 positions dependent on foreign customers. Each departing expat takes an average annual economic contribution of 485,000 baht, representing a total loss of 339.5 billion baht annually. But the psychological damage extends far beyond measurable economics. Thailand's reputation as a welcoming destination has been permanently damaged. The human cost extends beyond financial ruin into life and death consequences. Bangkok Community Help Foundation reports a 340% increase in crisis intervention calls from foreign nationals in 2025. Their emergency shelters, designed for short-term assistance, now house long-term residents who've lost everything but can't afford to leave. The isolation factor compounds the crisis exponentially. Unlike ties with family and community support networks, expats facing financial ruin often have nowhere to turn. Their home countries feel distant after years abroad, and their Thai communities disappear when money problems begin. Mental health services provide virtually no support for foreign nationals facing crisis. Language barriers, cultural misunderstandings, and traditional Thai approaches leave desperate expats with no professional resources. Many report seeing no way out except ending their lives. The deportation process has been streamlined for maximum efficiency. Database cross-referencing identifies potential violators. Plainclothes officers monitor suspected targets. Coordinated raids ensure no escape. Fast-track legal procedures minimize costs. And immediate removal with blacklisting prevents return. Recent cases reveal the arbitrary nature of enforcement. A British retiree deported for unpaid volunteer work, a dog rescue. An American digital nomad arrested for posting sponsored Instagram content. A German expat expelled for teaching neighbors' children English informally. A French restaurateur deported for influencing Thai culinary culture. The message is clear. Any foreign activity beyond passive consumption is grounds for removal. Perhaps most shocking has been the failure of Western embassies to protect their citizens. Embassy officials have adopted diplomatic silence that enables continued abuse. When confronted with evidence of systematic discrimination, British embassy officials responded with bureaucratic language about respecting Thai sovereignty and encouraging dialogue. Emergency repatriation flights have become regular features of embassy operations. Meanwhile, American citizen Paul Chambers faces lèse-majesté charges with only embassy monitoring for protection. Not every foreign resident accepts persecution passively. An underground network of lawyers, activists, and community organizers has emerged to document abuses and coordinate legal challenges. Operating through encrypted communications and informal legal clinics, they've recorded over 2,400 cases of discriminatory banking practices and 847 incidents of arbitrary enforcement. But resistance comes with severe risks. Thai authorities have identified and targeted network members, charging them with computer crimes, immigration violations, and activities harmful to national security. By June of 2025, Thailand had crossed a point of no return. The systematic persecution, economic destruction, and social hostility had reached levels that made normal expat life impossible for all but the wealthiest foreign nationals. The compound effect of simultaneous crises created a perfect storm that no individual preparation could weather. Even expats who'd followed every rule found themselves trapped in bureaucratic nightmares with no solution. Thailand's message had become crystal clear. Middle-class foreign residents were no longer welcome. The country wanted only wealthy investors who could afford losses without complaint, or tourists who would spend money quickly and leave. As I stand here in this fluorescent lit hallway, clutching my passport and documents, I'm witnessing more than policy changes. This is a fundamental shift in how countries can treat foreign residents in our interconnected world. The techniques used against foreign residents, financial isolation, legal persecution, social exclusion, and technological surveillance, provide a blueprint for oppressing any minority group. Thailand's actions demonstrate how quickly democratic societies can adopt authoritarian tactics against vulnerable populations. The expat dream of affordable paradise with tropical weather, low costs, and welcoming culture has been revealed as temporary illusion, dependent on political winds that can change overnight. For foreign residents still trapped in Thailand's deteriorating situation, escape options are limited, but exist. The key is acting quickly before circumstances make departure impossible. Financial preparation means maintaining accessible funds outside Thailand's banking system and documenting all assets for potential legal proceedings. Legal documentation requires certified copies of all important documents and proof of any illegal treatment by Thai authorities. Alternative destinations include Malaysia with easier visa requirements, the Philippines with lower cost and fewer restrictions, Vietnam with growing expat communities, and Indonesia with retirement visa options. Emergency resources include embassy loan programs, international charity organizations, expat community emergency funds, and professional repatriation services. As I navigate Bangkok's increasingly surveilled streets in July of 2025, the true scope of Thailand's transformation becomes clear. This isn't just an immigration crackdown. It's the construction of a comprehensive digital surveillance state designed to monitor, track, and control every aspect of foreign life in Thailand. The electronic travel authorization system represents just the visible surface of Thailand's surveillance architecture. Beneath lies an interconnected web of monitoring technologies that would make authoritarian regimes envious. Foreign residents now live under constant electronic observation through multiple overlapping systems that track their every movement, transaction, and interaction. Thailand's biometric authentication system, officially introduced in April of 2025, creates comprehensive digital profiles of foreign residents using facial recognition, iris scanning, and fingerprint analysis. The system, developed by the Thai Red Cross Society in collaboration with the Department of Disease Control and the National Electronics and Computer Technology Center, extends far beyond its stated public health purposes. Every foreign national entering Thailand now has their biometric data permanently stored in government databases that cross-reference with immigration, banking, employment, healthcare, and social media monitoring systems. The data collection occurs at airports, border crossings, bank branches, government offices, hospitals, and even during routine traffic stops. The biometric database enables real-time identification and tracking of foreign residents across Thailand. Immigration officers can instantly access complete behavioral profiles, financial histories, social connections, and movement patterns. This technological capability transforms every interaction with Thai authorities into a potential surveillance encounter, where years of accumulated data can be used to justify detention or deportation. Thailand's Internal Security Operations Command has dramatically expanded its foreign resident monitoring operations, creating a nationwide surveillance network that penetrates deep into expat communities. ISOC's February 2025 directive ordering increased monitoring of foreign settlements represents a systematic effort to identify and catalog every foreign resident's activities, associations, and potential vulnerabilities. Provincial and district ISOC offices now maintain detailed files on foreign residents, tracking their employment status, relationship patterns, financial activities, and social behaviors. The monitoring extends to identifying foreign residents who might influence local communities or engage in activities that could be interpreted as harmful to national interests. Local ISOC operatives work closely with immigration officers, police, and community informants to create comprehensive surveillance maps of foreign residential areas. This intelligence network enables coordinated operations against foreign residents using multiple justifications: immigration violations, tax issues, work permit problems, or social behavior concerns. Bangkok Bank's implementation of enhanced foreign account monitoring in 2025 demonstrates how financial surveillance serves as a powerful control mechanism. The new banking restrictions extend far beyond simple identity verification, creating comprehensive financial profiles that track spending patterns, transaction histories, and social connections. The SIM card linking requirement forces foreign residents to provide additional biometric verification and enables real-time monitoring of communication patterns. Bank accounts become surveillance tools that track when, where, and how foreign residents spend money, creating detailed behavioral profiles that immigration authorities use to identify potential violations or undesirable activities. Foreign residents who fail to meet new banking criteria face immediate financial isolation. Account freezes and card blocks create emergency situations that force departures or compliance with additional surveillance requirements. The system effectively weaponizes financial access as a deportation mechanism. Thailand's surveillance capabilities extend beyond national borders through coordination with neighboring countries' immigration system. The Electronic Travel Authorization Database shares information with immigration authorities in Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, and Malaysia, creating a regional surveillance network that tracks foreign movements across Southeast Asia. This cross-border coordination enables Thai authorities to monitor foreign residents' activities even when they leave the country. Border runs, visa applications, and travel patterns become part of comprehensive surveillance profiles that influence future immigration decisions. Foreign residents discover that attempting to escape Thailand's surveillance reach often provides authorities with additional evidence of suspicious behavior. The Destination Thailand visa system exemplifies how digital platforms serve dual purposes as both administrative tools and surveillance mechanisms. DTV applications require extensive documentation that creates detailed behavioral and financial profiles before foreign residents even arrive in Thailand. Immigration officers use these digital profiles to conduct enhanced screening at entry points, subjecting DTV holders to detailed questioning about their activities, finances, and intentions. The visa's digital nature enables real-time verification of compliance with program requirements, but also provides authorities with justification for arbitrary enforcement actions. DTV holders report increased scrutiny at border crossings, with immigration officers using access to digital profiles to identify inconsistencies, question financial sources, or challenge the legitimacy of stated activities. The system's flexibility becomes a vulnerability that enables subjective enforcement based on individual officers' interpretation of digital evidence. Thailand's healthcare system now serves as an additional surveillance mechanism for foreign residents. Medical visits generate biometric verification requirements and create permanent records that immigration authorities access to verify legal status. Foreign residents seeking healthcare discover that medical treatment requires extensive documentation that feeds into immigration databases. The Thai Red Cross biometric system officially targets undocumented migrant workers but creates surveillance infrastructure that monitors all foreign residents. Healthcare providers must verify immigration status and report on foreign patients, transforming medical care into an immigration enforcement mechanism. Social surveillance extends to monitoring foreign residents' community interactions, business relationships, and cultural activities. ISOC operatives track foreign involvement in local communities, identifying individuals who might influence Thai society or engage in activities that could be interpreted as cultural interference. Thailand's deportation operations now leverage digital surveillance to identify, locate, and process foreign residents for removal with unprecedented efficiency. Real-time tracking enables coordinated raids that simultaneously target multiple individuals across different provinces, using surveillance data to predict behavior and prevent escape. The digital infrastructure enables rapid processing of deportation cases by providing instant access to comprehensive profiles that justify removal decisions. Immigration officers can quickly identify visa violations, financial irregularities, or behavioral concerns that provide legal justification for detention and deportation. Surveillance technology also enables post-deportation monitoring to ensure removed individuals don't attempt to re-enter Thailand. Biometric databases create permanent blacklists that prevent future visa applications or entry attempts, while cross-border coordination ensures regional enforcement of exclusion decisions. Thailand's surveillance capabilities increasingly extend to monitoring foreign residencies' activities in their home countries through coordination with foreign intelligence services and immigration authorities. Visa applications from previously deported individuals trigger enhanced screening that examines overseas activities, financial sources, and social connections. The international cooperation enables Thailand to identify potential threats before they enter the country, while also providing foreign governments with information about their citizens' activities in Thailand. The surveillance data sharing creates mutual enforcement relationships that extend Thailand's monitoring reach globally. Foreign residents' attempts to evade surveillance often backfire by providing additional evidence of suspicious behavior. Using VPNs, cash transactions, or unofficial communication channels triggers enhanced monitoring that can justify deportation proceedings. Their surveillance system is designed to interpret privacy-seeking behavior as evidence of illegal activity. Some foreign residents attempt to maintain multiple identities or use nominee arrangements to avoid detection, but biometric surveillance makes such evasion increasingly difficult. The comprehensive nature of Thailand's surveillance infrastructure means that attempting to hide often creates more problems than compliance. Thailand's digital surveillance capabilities continue expanding through integration with emerging technologies including artificial intelligence, machine learning, and predictive analytics. Future systems will analyze behavioral patterns to identify potential problems before they occur, enabling preemptive enforcement actions against foreign residents. The surveillance infrastructure being built today will outlast current political administrations, creating permanent monitoring capabilities that future governments can use for any purpose. Foreign residents who establish digital profiles in Thailand's surveillance systems become permanently trackable, regardless of subsequent legal or political changes. As I complete my documentation at another government office, submitting to another biometric scan, I realize that every foreign resident in Thailand now lives within a digital panopticon where privacy has become impossible and surveillance has become absolute. The expat dream of freedom and anonymity in a tropical paradise has been replaced by comprehensive electronic monitoring that would be unthinkable in most Western democracies. The technology exists to track every foreign resident's movement, transaction, and interaction. The legal framework enables arbitrary enforcement based on digital evidence. The political will supports aggressive use of surveillance data for deportation purposes. Thailand has successfully constructed a surveillance state specifically designed to monitor, control, and ultimately remove unwanted foreign residents. For the foreign nationals still trying to survive in Thailand, the digital panopticon represents the final elimination of privacy and autonomy. Every action creates data. Every interaction generates surveillance records. Every attempt at normal life feeds the system designed to document reasons for deportation. The surveillance state is not a future threat. It is the current reality of expat life in Thailand. The digital infrastructure for comprehensive monitoring and control is operational, expanding, and increasingly integrated with deportation operations that have already removed hundreds of thousands of foreign residents from what was once considered a welcoming destination. The Thailand that attracted millions of foreign residents and retirees no longer exists. The country has systematically dismantled the legal, financial, and social infrastructure that made foreign residence possible, replacing it with a surveillance state designed to identify and eliminate undesirable populations. The 500,000 foreign nationals who lost homes, businesses, savings, and futures in Thailand represents more than personal tragedies. They're evidence of how quickly immigration policy can become ethnic cleansing disguised as administrative efficiency. Thailand's transformation from expat paradise to deportation state establishes a dangerous precedent. The economic consequences extend far beyond Thailand's borders, affecting foreign investment throughout Southeast Asia and retirement planning for millions of Western citizens. As I left the immigration office and walked back towards the train station, I carry with me the stories of thousands who've watched their dreams die in these halls. The great expat exodus from Thailand isn't just a demographic shift. It's a humanitarian crisis disguised as immigration policy. For the 240,000 Western expats still trying to survive in Thailand, time is running out faster than they realize. The golden age is over, and the margins that made Thailand attractive to middle-class foreign retirees have been eliminated by deliberate political action. The Thailand Truth series began with individual stories of hardship and frustration. It ends with documentation of systematic human rights violations enabled by technological surveillance and international indifference. The truth about Thailand in 2025 is that paradise was always temporary, and the expiration date has already passed. The worst part? Most of the world isn't paying attention until it's too late to help. Final statistics as of July of 2025. 700,000 foreign residents departed since 2020. 13,537 immigration arrests in the past 6 months. 15,000 plus banking accounts frozen or restricted. More than 9,000 cannabis businesses forcibly deemed to be closed. 339.5 billion baht in annual economic losses. The numbers tell the story, but the human cost can't be calculated in spreadsheets. Thailand chose nationalism over economics, persecution over prosperity, and isolation over integration. The price will be paid for generations. As I board the train back to Bangsu station, I know that this story will continue to unfold. More victims, more abuses, more evidence of how quickly paradise can become hell when governments decide foreign residents are problems to be solved rather than people to be protected. The expat dream is over. The question now is whether anyone will learn from Thailand's systematic destruction of its foreign communities before it's too late to prevent similar tragedies elsewhere. Thank you for listening.